So, welcome to another teacup sketch. This sketch is with watercolor, acrylic gouache paint and color pencils. So I will sketch this beautiful cup with ginkgo leaf on it. For the shadows, I use Tundra Violet by Schminke. It's a lovely granulating watercolor, and I think it will fit better to the light green shades of this cup than my usual shadow color. I wet the page first to have soft edges for the shadows. So you see, when I put the watercolor in the wet puddle on the page, it will flow nicely. And I absorb the excess paint and water with the dried brush, which means that I press the hairs of my brush in a tissue to dry them, and then I can absorb the paint. When the shadow layer is dry, I add the color to the cup. This is forest green and cobalt teal blue. The forest green is also the granulating range of green by Schminke. And I will also add some green earth, which is a lovely grayish green color, which I used previously already as well. And I pay attention to leave a white edge to the top of the cup to separate the color of the cup from the tea which is inside, which brings some light to the top of the cup. And if you want to splash, I advise you to take a not too small brush, and a brush with natural hair works best. And this brush is not natural hair, but it splashes okay. For the inside of the cup, I use green earth and a little bit of cerulean blue. The inside of the cup is less green than the outside, and I draw a nice orange greasy line with the watercolor pencil on the wet paper, in the wet paint. I make the shadow side, the bottom of the cup, and the shadow side of the cup a bit darker green. I erase the hard edges of the shadow. I soften the edges with a hard synthetic brush. This is the Eradicator synthetic brush by Rosemary & Co, but you can use any hard synthetic brush. But be careful not to damage your paper. When the watercolor is dry, I draw the leaf, and I draw it on a dry paper because I don't want the lines to be too thick. When the paper is dry, I paint the ginkgo leaf with an acrylic gouache paint, and this is a golden acrylic gouache paint. And I take a thin synthetic brush, which I dip into the tube. When you use acrylic paint and acrylic gouache, it's better to use a synthetic brush and to clean your brush immediately in water when you're finished. So for the tea I used raw umber. I find the cup looks a bit like floating because the shadow is not dark enough, so I darken the shadows at the end still with a bit of violet, tundra violet paint. It will make the cup stand better on the surface of the table. And I also darken the shadows inside the cup to bring more light in the painting. When you splash on the page, it's better to use only colors which are also in your painting, so it will connect the splashes to the painting. I hope you had fun with this cup, and please post your cups in the class project on the platform.